I've never been much for shopping. The fact is, I try to stay away from town, and except when shipping time comes, I ain't easily found. But the day came when I had to go, so I left the kids with Mom. But before I left, she asked me, "Would you pick me up a bra?" Well, without thinking, I said, "Sure, how tough could that job be?" I bent down, kissed her, said, "I'll be back by 2 or 3. Well, when I'd done the things I needed to, I started to regret ever offering to buy that thing. I was working up a sweat. I crossed the street to that lady shop with my hat pulled over my eyes. I wasn't taking any chances. See, I didn't want to get recognized. Well, I walked right up to that sales clerk. I didn't even hem nor haw. I told the lady straight out, "Ma'am, I'm here to buy a bra." Well, from behind, I heard some snickers, so I turned around to see at least 15 women in that store, all gawking right at me. "What kind would you be looking for?" I just scratched my head. I'd only seen one kind before. I thought bras was bras, I said. She gives me this disgusted look. Said, "Sir, that's where you were wrong. Come with me," I heard her say, and like a dog, I tagged along. She run me down this alley where them bras was on display. I thought my jaw'd hit the floor when I seen all this lingerie. Why, they had all these different styles and shapes like I'd not seen before. Figured I'd go crazy before I left that woman's store. They had bras you'd wear for 18 hours. They had bras that'd cross your heart. They had bras that'd lift and separate, and that was just the start. Heck, they had bras made you feel like you weren't wearing one at all. Bras that you could train in. You know, when you start off when you're small. Well, I finally made my mind up. I picked a black and lacy one. I told lady, "Just peg that one right up there, ma'am." I figured I was done. But then she asked me for the size. I didn't hesitate. I knew them measurements by heart. I said, 6 7/8. 6 7/8, she said. "Surely that's not right." "Well, yes, ma'am, I'm positive I measured them last night." I thought she's going to go in shock. Must have took her by surprise when I told her that my wife's bust was same as my hat size. You see, that's what I used to measure with. Hey, I figured it was fair, but if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, ma'am. That just drew another stare. Well, by now, a crowd had gathered, and they was all cracking up when the lady asked to see my hat so she could measure for a cup. When she finally had it figured, I'd give the gal her pay. I turned to leave the store, tipped my hat, and said, "Good day." My wife had heard the whole story before I even made it home. See, she talked to 15 women that called her on the phone. She was still laughing, but by then I didn't care, because now she don't ask and I don't shop for no more women's wear.